Today on Schmindian, we are taking this modest cup of chickpea lentils and turning it into this fabulous bowl of creamy yet spicy Channa Daal. Let's make it. Welcome to Schmindian, my name is Paul Singh, and this is Indian Food Demystified, aka Indian Food for Schmucks. Today we are learning about one of my favorite dishes, Channa Daal. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Channa Daal, then we're going to make Channa Daal, and then my dad is going to try my Channa Daal. I'm also going to pair a beer with it as well, so that's a little bit of a bonus. But let's talk about Channa Daal. It has a beautiful nutty and slightly sweet taste, and it's one of the more complex dals because most dals are straight up lentils, but these are made from chickpeas. So the flavor and texture are really unique and really robust and complex. Even though it's a peasant dish, I feel like this dish is way more complex than something you would get from a French restaurant. The flavors and the textures, there's so much going on. It really is an amazing thing. It's just a miracle of Indian cooking, in my opinion. And there's so many cool things about Channa Daal. In 1500 BC, it was mentioned in Indian texts as being a great source of protein. In the 4th and 6th centuries AD, during the Gupta Empire, this was actually served in the royal Gupta palaces, but also in the peasant villages. So royals ate it and peasants ate it. You can eat it too. You're probably somewhere between a royal and a peasant, just like me. And in the 16th to 18th century, during the Mughal Empire, the Mughals actually turned this into a flour called gram flour. And that gram flour, actually created a whole new set of Indian dishes, such as godas, laddus, and kadhi. During the British Raj in the 19th centuries, British soldiers used to eat this dish. And they liked it so much that Channa Daal actually became a major export to Britain. And you can eat it with basically anything. You can eat it on its own as a very cozy soup. You can pair it with Indian breads like these naans. You can pair it with a sandwich like this tremendous turkey and Swiss cheese sandwich. Sometimes I'll even grab a quarter cup of it and eat it as a snack. Now let's talk about health benefits. It's high in fiber, which helps manage digestion and blood sugar. It's low on the glycemic index, which helps with cholesterol and heart problems. It keeps your bones strong with minerals like calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus. It's high in protein, so it keeps your muscles strong. It's got minerals like folate and iron. I don't even know what those things do, but I'm pretty sure I need them. It promotes healthy skin with antioxidants like vitamin E. All of those things are in this one bowl of pure golden deliciousness. And for some strange reason, it actually gets tastier the longer it stays in the fridge. To a point, after a certain number of days, you probably want to throw it out, but the next day after you make this, it tastes even better. And the next day it tastes even better. I don't think I've lasted to the 4th day without finishing it, so I can't vouch for that. Yeah, leftover Channa Daal is phenomenal. Now I think I've hyped up Channa Daal enough, so let's make some Channa Daal. And here's our wonderful ingredients. We've got 1 smallish zucchini, half a cup of ghee or vegetable oil if you're vegan, 1 robust onion, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 tomato, a handful of fresh coriander, 7,451 grains of Channa Daal or 1 cup, whatever you prefer, and a plethora of Indian spices. All right, first things first, we have to wash the dal. So just pour it into a bowl and then run it under cold water until the water is basically clear. Doesn't have to be perfectly clear, but mostly clear. And right back in line. We are going to use the Instapot for this because the Instapot gets the job done. There you go. And we're going to add 4 cups of water. If you really want to freak out your vegan friends, use chicken stock instead of water. Don't tell them though. No, don't do that. Don't do that. That's weird. Don't do that. So we're going to go 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of paprika, teaspoon of crushed chilies, and we're going to put the garam masala in after it's cooked because it's a little bit more delicate of a spice, so you put that in later. Next, we have to peel and dice the zucchini. Cut it in half lengthwise, again lengthwise, and just cut them into little triangles. Teeny tiny, adorable little triangles. The zucchini gives a nice texture. All right, in they go. Stir that up. We're going to pressure cook this for 1 minute only. Make sure the valve is down. We're going to put this aside, and while that's cooking, we're going to make our tadka, and a lot of the flavor is coming from the tadka. That is really important. That's where most of the flavor comes from. So let's make our tadka. Frying pan, add the ghee, low heat. You do not want to burn your tadka. That's no-no. We're going to slowly kind of caramelize our aromatics, our onion and our garlic. And then when those are nice and yellowy, a little bit brown, not burnt though. You don't want it totally fried. You want them caramelized. And when those are caramelized, we're gonna chop up our tomato, add that. Those two things are gonna combine and create a whole lot of umami. This is the basis of Indian cooking, it's the basis of vegetarian cooking, and it's really delicious. First, the onion. So chop it in half. We don't remove the paper from the onion, we free the onion from the paper. So you can dice the onion however you see fit. I'm gonna make radial cuts and then chop them against the radial cuts. That's how I do it, but you can do however you like. In go the onions. And while these are cooking, we're gonna dice up our garlic. I'm gonna use the old cutting board stomp method. Just put it under your cutting board on the corner and then just give it a good old stomp. Ooh. And just dice up your garlic. When the onions are about halfway cooked, add the garlic. So you want the garlic and the onions. How you're gonna tell if they're done is that you don't want any white. You want them either yellow or a little bit brown. You don't want them too brown though, because then you fully cooked them. You want them caramelized. So once they're almost there, we're gonna chop up our tomato. I like to cut it in half and then go 3 lengthwise and then just a bunch of these, a bunch of crossways. And there you go. And we're gonna stir and mash, stir and mash. We want the tomatoes and the aromatics to be basically a paste. We want them completely coming together. Stir, stir, mash, 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 stir, stir and mash, stir and mash. Everything's looking pretty good in our tarka. I think we have to release some steam from the pressure cooker. Make sure the spigot, I'm not sure what that thing's called, but make sure that thing is down before you open this up, because if it's up, you're gonna die. Open this thing while the thing's up, someone's gonna die. That's all I'm gonna say. It is down, so we can open it and add our tarka. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Go ahead and crush some of zucchinis up against the edge. We're gonna add our tarka. I almost forgot, 1 cashew for good luck. So the key to this part here is the gravy. You don't want it too thick, where it's sort of like a molasses. You also don't want it watery. You want the liquid to be a nice smooth gravy. And you want the Channa Daal, the lentils, I like them to be a little bit al dente. My dad likes them to be not al dente. He likes them to keep their shape but be soft. So that's really up to you. You must get the gravy correct. That's a really important part of this. Gotta get the spices correct, gotta get the gravy correct. So this will probably take about 10 to 15 minutes. This is actually a good time to put in the garam masala. 1 teaspoon of garam masala. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Can't sing pop songs on YouTube. They'll copyright strike you. I want to though. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Don't do anything. Final step, cut up our coriander for a nice, fresh brightness. There you go. Okay, now you can eat this with pretty much anything, any kind of carb, but I like to fill half a bowl with Indian rice or chawal, and then put this in the other half of the bowl. Put in a nice red chili as a garnish, and then pair it with a refreshing pilsner. Now let's see what my dad thinks. Dad.
Yes.
How's it going?
Good, good so far.
Good, good. Do you have any thoughts about Channa Daal?
It's pretty popular in India, and Northern India especially.
Is it?
Yeah. This is one of the best. Sometimes you eat with rice, sometimes you eat with chapati.
Would you like to try it?
Yep.
Okay, try it and then try the beer as well.
Try with the beer?
Well, try it and then taste the beer afterwards.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really good. Spices are perfect.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah? No changes or do you?
No.
It's perfect?
Perfect. Spices are perfect. And everything's good.
Okay. Would you like to try the beer?
Beer is good too.
Yeah.
It is good.
I thought you'd like that.
Very tasty.
Yeah.
Little bit sweetish.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. I think goes well with that.
Yeah, this is a German wheat beer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought it would pair well with, because this is very light and this is very robust.
Pretty good combination.
Good combination?
Yeah, it would go very good.
Okay, any final thoughts, Dad?
No, perfect everything, combination, cooking with rice. Only thing is that as we talked about, you could also eat with chapati, instead of rice.
Yeah.
But this way, you can cook dal, you can cook rice, you can store it. Whenever you're in a hurry, you can eat it. Good?
Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Dad. You want this for lunch?
Oh, later on.
Okay. Like it, sub it, ring the bell. Have a good day. That's it.
All done?
All done. All done.
It needs to be cooked a little more.
Yeah?
I don't want to say that.
Uh-oh.
Slightly more cooking.
I like it this way, though.
Okay, yeah. But I think it looks like slightly more cooking will. It's kind of little more harder than it should be.
Yeah, I like it that way.
Okay, good, good.
Okay. Do you want this?
Just leave it there. I have to clean the snow outside.
Okay.